George, what's it like when getting back out there, and what was it like in full pads today?
It was great to be out there, especially first day of full pads. There's a lot of competition, and the guys are really getting after it. So, no, it's really exciting.
We've been seeing you and Ashton line up out there together some, with Ashton out at receiver and stuff. I mean, how intriguing is that? How special could that be if you guys are both out there on the field together?
I mean, when you have like two guys who can make plays, it's really special for this offense. And it makes a lot of things easier for the quarterbacks and the receivers and stuff like that. So,
when you guys are on the field together, is it sometimes are you both next to Talon and shotgun? Is one of you in the slot? Both? How have you seen Bush plan to use you guys at the same time?
I mean, we use many different formations where we're both in the backfield, and either of us can get it. Either of us, one of us can get it, one can run the option, and then we also have Ashton, running outside, running routes out there, and running sweeps and stuff like that. So it's pretty crazy how we utilize this offense.
Having two guys with that caliber out there, how does he complement your skill set and vice versa? How do you complement his?
I mean, I think it just helps as an offense as a whole because it just helps us, stay in rhythm, and it just helps us, find those plays where he's able to be explosive. He can run a dude over. Next thing you know, I go in there and I can go in there and make a dude miss or juke him, and so it's really exciting.
What was obviously you guys turned up the field, but what was today's practice about?
Oh yeah, so we had the Inferno today. So we're just like this is where we have the heat on, and it's like 90 something degrees in there. There's no AC, none of that. So we're just working on conditions for the future. And yeah, conditions we're gonna play in.
Was it hot?
Oh yeah, it was really hot. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I walked in there, I was like, this is about to be a breeze. And then next thing you know, a couple minutes later, I'm like, getting water, helmet off, and I'm like, yeah, this is crazy.
Were you pleased with what you did last season?
I think it was a solid season. I think I can definitely do better in some things, especially looking at the pound game, being able to read off bounce looks, and just be able to just work on my pass pro and continue to build that up. Just especially in being physical up front. Mm-hmm. Us running backs, we take pride in our pass pro game. So
From the time that Ashton got here last year till now, how do you think he's improved the most?
I think he's definitely built that mentality. He's definitely matured in the game, and he's continued to take things seriously and his role seriously. So I think it's great for not just him, but also for this offense because he's really a guy that can go.
You obviously made the decision to come back this year. I mean, just how much fun are you having, and how much you kind of embracing this chance again to be with your teammates and be out there?
I mean, I cherish every moment with my teammates, especially just because it's my senior year, and you never know when it's your last time playing football. So I kind of just take that every day, this could be my last year. You never know. So just going out there and just continue to have fun with the boys.
With you and Ashton both back, an experienced line, how good can this running game be this year?
Oh yeah, so our O-line's been looking pretty crazy. Everything, they've been looking explosive. Their get-offs, everything. We look from the drills to team periods, and everything translates. So our O-line's been doing a really great job, and Coach Keen's definitely been getting those guys right.
What have you noticed about Coach Jimmy and what he's brought to your room?
He's brought a lot of things, honestly, especially being a offense O-line GA coach. So he knows a lot of things. So he's able to break down the little details for us running backs and the defensive fronts, and being able to recognize what pressure is coming and everything. So I think it's a different coaching point for us, but it's been really good for us.
Andy has talked a lot about the tight bond that you share with Ashton, and mentioned that you guys have a unity group in the summer. Tell us more about the unity group and why you had to have Ashton in your group.
Oh yeah, so we had first round, so it was all the leadership guys. They're able to pick. So we had old school draft picks. Everybody just standing at the front courtyard, and you have first pick to last pick. So I was the first pick. I was like, you know what? I already know who I'm going with. So ended up picking the coach first, which I went with Coach J. Mont. And then my second pick was Ashton. That was the first player. So I picked up Ashton. And then, yeah, from there it was raps because, you know, we whooped everybody in every competition. And yeah, it was great.
When you look last year at how the defenses lined up with Green at quarterback, being able to run versus what you saw up front before it was Green in the last several years, you know, with Hank, when you know he's not a real runner. What changed for you guys, and how did it look different?
I mean, just being able to use, you know, TG's like strengths and talents. You know, he's a guy who can make plays. He's a guy who can run 23 miles per hour. So just having him out there and being able to use that mid zone with the read off the backside, that definitely changed, you know, everything during the season. Because that was our main play, and we ran that play, I don't know how many times, but it was a lot.
I mean, do they lay back more? Did they overcommit? What would the defense do with him versus somebody that wouldn't run?
I mean, you have a DN as a read, so it makes him definitely on his toes a lot, just because, you know, he's like, all right, am I gonna stay on the quarterback? Am I gonna run and bull rush and tackle the running back, and then TG just pulls it? So, you know, either way, he's gonna be in a bind. So he just has to make that decision.
What are your first impressions of Breezy?
That guy's pretty fast. He can run. You know, what did he run? Like a 10.5, something like that. But yeah, he's pretty fast. But he definitely has, you know, some work to do, especially in the playbooks and stuff like that. So just being able to get him dialed in on little things, you know, same things we teach, protection, you know, being able to hold the ball and protect the ball. But yeah, I think he's going to be a solid player here. So.
What was your reaction when you first saw James's the scar on his leg? Have you seen the scar James Montgomery's leg?
Oh yeah. I have definitely, yeah. Coach J-Mo, yeah, for sure. Definitely seen the scar. I was like, what happened there? He's like, football. So it's crazy because he showed us his highlights, all that stuff, and you know, he was a great player. He played at Cal, went to Wazoo, played there, but he showed us the clips and told us like why, you know, the reason how we got the scar in his leg, and it was basically like saying like, all right, don't do this, you know, just finish plays, go field, make vertical cuts, and you know, punish dudes.
Does his story, like what he went through, I mean, he says he tries to tell you guys that, and earlier you were just saying like, you know, you got to value it because you never know when it's going to end. Like, how much does his story kind of impact you guys in that room?
Definitely a lot, you know, just being able to just continue to build a relationship with J-Mo, you know. I think that's a big thing. You know, he's come from Fresno State, obviously, so it's kind of tough, you know, but I think it's been really good. You know, he's a player's coach. You were able to, you know, really just talk to him about how we feel. It's not like we can't just like, you know, fake it or whatever, but you know, he understands the players and he'll be real honest with us, whatever it is. You know, if I mess up a, you know, pickup and protection, he's gonna be on my head, you know, coach me. He's not gonna be run, but it's just no double standards with him. So I think he treats all the players the same, and yeah, I respect that guy.
Just, I mean, listening to you, like, it seems like you're just, I don't know, more free right now. Like, have you felt that these last couple months of just, you know, your fourth season now, just feeling free about everything?
I mean, I definitely just try to be where, you know, my 2 feet are right now, just be here where I'm at. Just not be distracted by anything else going on. And yeah, I just feel like you know, we got to just continue to cherish moments like this and just be, you know, a guide and a leader for the younger guys, and yeah, for guys like Breezy. So yeah.
Your relationship with Ashton, I mean, some guys, older guy like you, young guy comes in and tries to take some of your playing time, like, you know, maybe it doesn't go as good. Well, why are you guys so close, and how's it working that you guys are fighting for playing time and yet you're, you know, still staying close friends?
I mean, I think it's because, you know, we're really competitive, you know, everything we do, you know, we're competitive, we'll talk smack to each other, and it's funny sometimes, but we understand, like, you know, when it's time to go, and we're gonna, you know, help. We're not here to, like, you know, put anyone down. We're gonna, you know, continue to build off each other and just be able just to, you know, go out and just tear it out on the field. So.
Bush was saying, in terms of like the difference between your guys' kind of character or personality, if there was a running back that's going to play a prank on you, it would be Ashton. If there was a running back that wanted to watch your kids for 10 straight days, it would be you. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, Ashton loves to joke around, and he thinks he's slick sometimes, but he's always trying to sneak up and, you know, neck me or slap me on my neck or something, like something funny. Like, I'm like, all right. But yeah, I definitely agree with that. Just because I love being around kids, you know, especially like, you know, coach's kids, J-Mo's kid, his son. So just being around kids and just having fun with them. So.
Yeah, you've been playing ball, obviously, this is your 5th year here. Is the plan still to go to the NFL, and what have people at that level told you you need to do this year in order to get there?
I think the main thing is just being consistent, especially like being out on the field. You know, like a lot of coaches, they say, all right, you know, he has health issues or whatever. So just being able to come back and show them, you know, I can have another 1,000-yard, you know, rushing season and continue to stack on that and build on that. And then, yeah, just being able to be more physical in the run game and pass game.
You returning punts this year too?
Yeah, for sure.
George, if both you and Ashton find this perfect balance of complementing each other, like what are you guys capable of as a duo?
I think it's going to be really explosive, you know, dynamic duo if we're able to just, you know, find our roles and strive off of that. Especially early on in the season, you know, we got to start fast as an offense. Last year we didn't do that, but we, you know, figured out halfway through the season. We can't figure things out halfway through the season. We got to, you know, right off the bat.
I know that every running back probably wants some 350 carries going into the season, but from a physical standpoint, I just don't know the reality of that anymore. So is it nice to know that you might have somebody there to help you, I guess, like carry the load this year?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, if I have an explosive and I'm tired, I need one, you know, Ashton's gonna, you know, I can rely on him to go out there and make a play. So, and that's the same thing with him, with these guys. But if I get hooked on the one and I see Ashton run on the field, I'm like, nope, go back out. I'm gonna finish this one right here. But yeah, but it's gonna be exciting though.